Everybody get down on the fucking floor! Yo, get up! Get the fuck up! Look that fucking bag full of money. Don't look at me, put your no faces! Yo! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get the fuck up! Get that fucking money, put that fucking money in there!
Okay, come on.
What are you doing? Throw it over!
Sorry,
Throw it over!
I'm sorry.
Where's that guy back there? You fucking guy! Hey, guy! Get up! Throw that over. You better not fuck this up. Jesus Christ. Fucking shit. Get the fuck out!
Robbery suspect, north on Brandywine, black jumpsuit, black helmet. Headed out of Boyerson, he's headed towards State. Cut him off at State. Got him blocked and barricaded at State Street. Suspect is dead. Suspect is going down State Street. He got around the barriers of Boyerson. Heading south on Boyerson. Heading towards State. Get cars to Plymouth. Suspect does have a flat tire on
104, I got a visual on motor. Heading west on Stanford. He is heading north on Plymouth. In foot pursuit.
Anyway, Bradley Cooper comes running up as the policeman up this sidewalk, and he can't get in the door initially, or doesn't want to by himself. He goes to that corner of the house and he calls for assistance. He says something along the lines of police need assistance at 702 Plymouth Avenue. Bank robbery was the Schenectady Trust on the corner of Brandywine and State, and so they needed some house in this neighborhood. Apparently he runs through or motorcycles through the cemetery, ends up on one of these streets, and they looked for a house with a wide window, because what they did is they inserted their own window in our frame, took out our inside of our windows so they'd have enough room for this inside frame and a roll-out window, because you can't have them falling out of a window with a sash window. Okay, so that's what they were looking for. They liked the size of our window. The scout took pictures throughout our house to see if the other angles worked for the movie. Apparently it did, because the director came by a day or two later with a couple other people, and they liked what they saw.
Great. So did you get to meet Ryan or Bradley? Or?
Yes, part of the agreement was that at the end of the shoot we'd have a meet and greet.
Great.
Because basically the reason we did it was for our grandchildren.
Okay.
When they heard that Gosling and Cooper were involved, they wanted to meet them. So this was the agreement. they got to use our house for 11 days, and then we got our grandchildren got to meet both of them.
Cool.
It was fun.
Cool.
That part was fun. It was a rainy day, which made filming tough. They had to set up big floodlights on the other side of the house so that the light coming through our windows was more like daylight instead of the darkness of the rain. And they put plastic screens in front of the windows to filter the light from the floodlights. That was pretty interesting. So even though the spectators were on the other side, the privacy concerns, the security concerns, we had heard that Bradley Cooper actually had a two-man security team, although we never saw them. They brought them up in a van, and they simply exited to the door right out of the van. So I felt badly for the spectators because they couldn't see much of them. That's the way it was, because this scene was supposed to be a secret. Yeah, we weren't supposed to talk about it. A newspaper man from Times-Union called me, and I said, I can't talk about it. But they filmed despite the rain, which I thought was pretty incredible. And we're in this room, so they changed this room because Ryan Gosling grabs them and takes them upstairs. Okay, so the furniture was changed here. All the pictures were taken down because unless you can get copyright permission from the original owners, the original painters, it gets very complicated. So they put their own pictures up, unless you contributed family pictures. They used some of our family pictures. Okay.
Ro, would you do a favor for me, please? Just one thing, I'll never ask for anything again. Look, don't tell him about me, okay?
My impression. And then, you know, they had probably a camera in this bedroom.
Yeah. They had a camera, I know, facing from in here, looking this way. When
Right.
Bradley Cooper dropped his gun and looked out the window.
Yeah,
Oh, this is
another
great.
interesting thing about how they did this room, because there was blood.
Oh, on the carpet, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they did not want to take up our wall-to-wall carpeting, which I understood. They bought shag rug,
Yep, like yellow shag.
yellow
Yeah.
shag. They cut it up into segments, and so they had that all over this room. And whenever they took, however many takes it took, they ripped up the loose shag and put a new piece down. Again, that dealt with the fake blood. The asphalt driveway wouldn't have worked.
Okay. What was it, concrete before, or?
Yeah, this was, but in terms of where he fell, they had to have him fall out of the other side of the house because that driveway, our neighbor's driveway, is concrete.
Okay.
And I guess in terms of filming, that looks better than
Probably because of the blood. They wanted to see the blood
they
more.
wanted to see the blood.
Yeah.
And you see the scene in the movie, you see the blood.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be a lot harder to see it,
Yeah.
the contrast.
In fact, one of the things we got to see was Ryan practicing various poses,
Okay.
looking dead.
Yeah. That's
It was
funny.
cool.
Yeah. Great.
It was very cool.
Great.
So afterwards, when they were done with that, I think that was the last day of shooting. Yes, they had a celebration party on our neighbor's driveway and broke out the champagne.
Wow.
And that's when we were invited for the meet and greet.
Too cool.
It was funny.
Great. Awesome.